What is going on, everybody? This is your boy JC from JC Eagles Talk, and tonight I'm trying to go behind enemy lines. Right, I'm trying to find out as much as I can about the Jets. But hey, this year has not been going right for the Philadelphia Eagles, but still. I still gotta know how they're feeling. They have beat some teams, the Bengals, and I believe the Titans, if I'm correct, right? Two great teams, but we're about to see. So I brought my guy on, Mr. Long Beach Joe Jet. So I'm about to let him introduce himself, and then we're about to get into it. Let's go, man. Tell him who you are.
What's going on, JC? Listen, it's salutes to you all again. I want to thank you for having me on your platform and connecting with you. Like I said, I'm a big Jets fan. Everyone knows that. I run, a radio show, a live radio show. I also do watch-alongs with my fans. Also put out YouTube content as well. But it's always great to connect with, fan bases outside of the Jets and people that just love football. So for those of you that do not know me, my name is Long Beach Joe. I run a YouTube channel called Long Beach Joe Jets. Again, Long Beach Joe Jets. You can go there, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Also on a live radio show as well via that channel. We do live watch-alongs as well on a weekly basis when I can, when my schedule allows. This Sunday, for the Eagles game, we'll be doing a live reaction, live watch there as well. And as always, after the games, we'll be doing a live radio show. Now, my radio show is on Blog Talk Radio / Long Beach Joe Show, Blog Talk Radio, Long Beach Joe Show. I'm also on iTunes as well. So the podcast will go directly to iTunes. That is the Long Beach Joe Show on iTunes. The live radio show, again, you can call in. I take all callers. The only thing I don't accept is cursing. I'll call in cursing on my show. I'll get you out of here fast. Faster than we're going to beat the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty fast.
I'm surprised that you came on here and you gave a whole, where they could find you at and stuff like that. If we beat the bricks out of the Jets, right? Man, ain't no Jets fan gonna be calling your show. Right? Ain't no Jets fan gonna be like, yeah, man, we got our head busted in, but we still got a chance next week. No. All Eagles fans, they're gonna call in and troll you the whole night. I'm telling you right now.
Feel free, JC. Listen, the live number to the show is 515-602-9639. Again, 515-602-9639.
Let me post this in the comment. Let me see.
515-602-9639. Call in
9639. Right?
Talk football with everybody. We'll be discussing. We'll be discussing we'll be recapping the game, and we'll be discussing it all. So call in.
All right, look. In matter of fact, look. Hey, this is the number right here. All Eagle fans, man. Look. I'm telling you right now. Ain't gonna be no Jets fan on your line. Look. I know. Hey, y'all 3 and forever right now, but I think like 3 and 8.
3 and 8, yes.
Right? Okay, all right. So y'all 3 and 8. I mean, y'all 2 games beneath the Philadelphia Eagles, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? It ain't saying much, but yeah. I mean, look. So I promise you right now, I'll probably even call that show and say, "Hey, yo, Joe, what the hell happened? Did y'all even score? What happened to your coach? Hey, did he walk off at halftime and not come back? What's going on over there, man?" But hey, guess what? I'm not even going to talk smack because the Eagles are a disappointment this year for me, to my standards, to our standards, because we are we made the playoffs the past 3 out of 4 years. We are always underdogs, always rise up. And this past Sunday against the stupid New York stinking Rats Giants, we put up a stinker. So I don't have no room to talk. But guess what? We about to move on, and we about to talk about your Jets. You know what I mean? We're about to talk about your Jets. So the first thing is the injury report. The Philadelphia injury report is up right here on the screen. Jordan Howard, once again, will not be playing. He hasn't practiced all week. And Boston Scott just came down with this illness. The past couple of days, he have not been playing at all, practicing at all. So he may not be playing. And last time I checked, we kind of brought up this running back, I think it's Huntley. We're gonna bring him up. He might be a punt returner, kickoff returner. I don't know, but right now, Miles Sanders is say, "Hey, I'm ready to go." So we're gonna see if Miles Sanders and Kenneth Gainwell could rush us to victory. Because that's what we do. The past 5 weeks, we average over 200 yards rushing against whoever it is. The number one rush defense, the number 30th rush defense. It doesn't matter. We are equal opportunity over here. You know what I mean? If you're on the field, we're gonna rush against you. But we're gonna see if Miles Sanders and Kenneth Gainwell and whoever they bring up from the practice squad could continue that trend. But Jalen Hurts, his home guy kind of stepped on his foot this past Sunday. So it was kind of sore, but it wasn't no sprain or no break or anything like that. But he said, "Hey, I'm playing, but we gonna see how healthy he is when the ball snap and see if he's able to run, because he makes our running game go regardless. If we did not have Jalen Hurts, the Philadelphia Eagles would not be averaging over 200 yards the past 5 weeks once we decide to go to that running game. No, we would not. He puts fear in defensive coordinators' heart because you have to accountable for the running back and the quarterback running. And so far, he's our leading rusher. He's almost averaging, he's almost at 700 yards rushing, 8 touchdowns this year alone. So he's up there. But hey, pretty much we are pretty healthy going into this game. Everybody is full practice. A couple Pro Bowls in there. TJ Edwards, I think, should be in a Pro Bowl. Lane Johnson, Jason Kelsey, those 3 guys on there. Hey, look, I feel like if we go into this game full strength or half strength or no strength, we should be able to try to, impose our will some way, somehow. I'm sorry, man. You know what I mean?
You're pretty humble. You're pretty humble, Evil fan.
I am.
You're pretty humble.
I'm very humble.
No strength. It really doesn't matter. And we can just walk in there and take care of business.
No. You know why? Because the Philadelphia Eagles is one thing about them, right? They are, even the players and fans and coaches, they're prideful. You know what I mean? That loss against the Giants last week, it wasn't the fact that we lost against a rival of ours, a divisional opponent. It's just the fact the way we lost. And Jalen Hurts said, "Hey, I'm ready to go. I'm pissed." You know what I mean? And he's a mobile quarterback. I mean, to me, a lot of people say, "Well, you can't call him dual threat because he's not good in passing." But the first 6-7 weeks, all we was doing was throwing the ball. All we was doing was throwing the ball 200-300 yards a game. So, I mean, how could you not say that he's kind of dual threat? But you still, it's in the back of their mind. So he's mad. The coach is mad. The players are mad. They know if we lose this game, our season is over. Regardless, the week after that, we have a bye week and then 4 divisional games still left. But that's 8 losses. I mean, it's going to be kind of hard to sneak into the playoffs with 8 losses if we lose this game. So they know for a fact in the past 3 out of 4 years, besides our Super Bowl year, we literally had to kind of win out to get in the playoffs. After the Super Bowl with Nick Foles, we had to win 4 out of 5. With Carson Wentz, we had to win 4 straight in a row. You know what I mean? So they are used to, like, hey, it's money time. It's crunch time. We have to get it or we're done. So we're underdogs for a reason. But, hey, without further ado, go ahead, my God. Who is out? Please tell me Zach Wilson is out. Your whole offensive line is out. Your whole defensive line is out. Hey, I just want to go in this and just, all right, we done? All right, forfeit the game. All right, Eagles got to go.
Well, too bad for you. No, those guys are going to be playing. So one of the guys we have that's questionable, but I believe will play at this point is Corey Davis. He's our big time, one of our big time. Your
second
guys.
Wide receiver, right?
No, he's our number one.
Wow.
But we have had
Crowder would been.
No, Crowder's our slot receiver, but he's our number 1 wide receiver. He's a guy. He's been missing games. He had a groin injury recently. He had a hip issue a couple weeks ago, but he's able to get back on the field. I know he's in kind of limited practice, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen with him. But it's looking like he's going to be able to go. The guy that we're going to be missing up front of our defensive line, though, who's looking like he's not going to play, is going to be Sheldon Rankins. Now, with him gone, It's going to give us a little bit of a hurt up front because he's a guy that can push the pocket. He's a guy that helps with the pass rush there. But I think our one of our tackles, our young tackles, Jonathan Marshall, is going to be put into that rotation and picked up in there. Now, keep in mind, our defensive line is still got some players on it. Fadu Kasi, who's looking like he's questionable as well, but he had a full practice today, so he's probably going to play. You got Quinnen Williams up front. So we got some guys that we can still fill in there that can still, be solid for us. Again, we're missing Trevon Wesco. John Franklin Myers, I know, is dealing with a situation. That's one of our pass rushers, but he's going to be playing. Morgan Moses, I know, is dealing with a situation as well, but he should be good to go. So our right tackle is going to be there. Quincy Williams was dealing with a little bit. I think it was like a calf issue. That's one of our linebackers that's really making it happen for us. He had a really, solid game in the last game against the Texans. Now, you talked a little bit about Zach Wilson and that knee injury. It has concerned me as anybody that watched the Jets the last game against the Texans. He did get pushed out of bounds, took a little bit of a shot, got up and started limping. He had an issue before with that PCL. He sat out, I think it was like almost 5 weeks, I believe it was. But after coming back, and the Texans was the first game coming back, he's working himself back in, but it looks like he's going to be ready to go and he's going to be out there. Now, the stability of that knee is something that I'm a little bit worried about, especially the last time I saw him, he was limping around. They talked to him about it after the games. He even said, it's kind of on shaky ground there. So we'll see what happens going forward. That's something that I'm definitely going to be watching as a fan, as a huge fan of this football team, is where he's going to be at with that knee, how he's going to be looking out there, because he is a guy that can move outside the pocket. So if that knee has issues, it's going to be a hindrance to him, but we'll see what happens. But he's ready to go and he's going to be out there.
Okay, so look, I hope that the Jets is at full strength. You know what I mean? Yeah, I do.
Really?
Like, I really do, because I know. Okay, well, besides, you know what, man? What's his name? Elijah
Moore. Yes, that's
Elijah Moore kind of scared me. Yeah, I mean, he scares me. Zach Wilson don't, and Corey Davis. You know what I mean? And your tight end is a little bit like undercover though. I mean, he's pretty good. I mean, he catches a lot of balls. But besides that, y'all, like on the offensive side, the Eagles been pretty good lately in stopping the run. So I really think that this game is going to come down to your quarterback, Zach Wilson. Could he make the right reads? And I mean, could he not panic when Fletcher Cox and Hargrave, Barnett, and Sweat, or the blitz is coming up the middle? What is he going to do? You know what I mean? Because I watched this Jets because, believe it or not, I had Corey Davis on my fantasy team, but he wasn't giving me nothing because your quarterback wasn't performing. But then when your quarterback went out, I dropped him, and then he started performing with other. I'm like, man, I don't know what to do. And I just stay away from the Jets. You know what I mean? But, so look, hey, y'all do have some talent over there, and we're going to get into it. So, all right. So how are you feeling about this game?
Honestly, I have some questions for our team. I'll start, defensively, I think is one of the things that I'm looking at the Eagles, and you guys do run the ball very effectively. You guys are one of the leading rushers. I think you guys lead the league right now.
But the past
per yards,
the past 5-6 weeks, yes, we're number one.
So you guys are like number one rushing up there. So you guys run the ball extremely hard. And when I look at the way you guys are running the ball, a lot of it is centered around Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts takes off out that pocket. He extends plays. He's able to not only extend plays with his feet, but he can move, get out the pocket, and make plays with his feet as well, because he does keep his eyes down the field. That's something that I think we're going to have to worry about quite a bit. We kind of struggled here and there with mobile quarterbacks. We've struggled getting pass rush on quarterbacks, I think, is the biggest thing for the New York Jets. We lack a pass rusher. We actually signed a pass rusher in free agency in Carl Lawson. He ended up getting hurt, tearing his Achilles. He's been out, and there hasn't really been someone to step up to really give us that constant pressure. Now, again, we do have guys like, John Franklin Myers and Quinnen Williams and Quincy Williams as well, which is his brother, but it hasn't been a guy that you can count on every single play to be able to push the pocket and consistently get that rush. We've seen it in games where we have 1 sack or we have 0 sacks and then we have 6 sacks. It's just all over the place. So I think for us, we have to definitely focus on ensuring that we don't allow Hurts to get out this pocket and make this game a living heck for us. We cannot allow that. We must keep our lanes. If we do rush him, we must make sure we stay disciplined, because if we overrun Jalen, it's going to be a long day. He'll take off, and then before you know it, he's in the secondary and he's, running for major yards. We cannot allow that. I'm also worried about as well your running backs, Miles Sanders. I know you talked about Jordan possibly not playing, or
he's not going to play.
And
Jordan is not going to play. Boston might play because it's an illness, maybe a cold or something, or flu. But hey, we don't know how he's going to feel that day. He's not listed as out yet, but we still got Gainwell and Sanders said that he's going to play. But hey, with his ankle and his knee, hey, we don't know how efficient he's going to be running the ball. I mean, it's a lot of questions. Even with Jalen Hurts, with his sore ankle. I mean, I know you weren't by him escaping, but this is the first time this season that we heard, hey, he have a sore ankle. But I mean, shoot, I don't know where. But besides that, then I would feel confident that he's 100%, that he's going to run all over. But with this injury that happened the last minute, and with our bye week the following week, how much they're going to push Jalen Hurts? You know what I mean? Like, how aggressive are the play calling is going to be? And let's just say the Eagles are up by like 20 points. Are they going to leave them? No, I mean, no. I'm just saying. All right. So are they going to leave them in there to risk more injuries, or if we're down by 20 points? You know what I mean? So, like, when are you going to pull them and say, you know what? Hey, we got bye week next week. We cannot come back. So let's boom. You know what I mean? So
but even with that sore ankle, and I understand everyone's concerned about that. I get it. That's something I looked at as well. I was like, well, he has a sore ankle, but at the same time, this is the NFL. They know how to take care of that stuff. There's a lot of people that work great in health departments that can tape him up really well. There's all kinds of things they can do to make sure that when he steps out there, he feels the best that he can feel. So even though he has that sore ankle, that running ability, that mobility that he has is still a weapon. So we must account for it. We can't go, oh, he has a sore ankle and kind of push it away. But a guy like Miles Sanders, listen, like, again, you guys run the ball hard. We got to make sure we contain him. But he's also a guy that can come out the backfield and catch the football. And that's something that has really hurt the New York Jets this year. We've had issue after issue after issue after issue with running backs that can come out the backfield and catch the football, because our linebackers sometimes kind of get lost in the sauce. That's how the Falcons beat us. We had some troubles with the Titans, playing in that game. They had guys coming out the backfield. The Broncos, a lot of our losses, if you look at it, a lot of those running backs, you go back and watch the Colts game, we struggled, not only with running backs coming out the backfield, but we also struggled to stop the run as well. So we've got to make that a focus, stopping the run, ensuring that your running backs don't come out the backfield and eat us up. And I think we'll be all right. Another matchup that I look at, I see you folks got Devonta Smith. This guy is a guy that takes the top off the defense. Now, our secondary dealing with some issues. We lost Marcus May quite a bit ago. We've been waiting to see if Ashton Davis is going to turn things around, and in coverage, he looks shaky, baby. All right, he's shaky, baby, shaky like a pair of dice.
Oh man,
I don't know. We're gonna roll.
Devonta Smith is the wrong guy to line up against being shaky, because this dude line up against LaShawn Lattimore, right?
Yeah,
and he, to me, he's one of the top 3 shutdown corners in the league. This dude wasn't even near him. His route running so smooth. He just oops, my bad. And 5 yard a separation. It seems like he is always open. It's up to our quarterbacks to get him the ball. But every time he runs his route, he's always open, and he does some ridiculous catches, like tiptoe on the sideline. I mean, you thinking, oh my God, Jen, what you doing? Perfect throw, because Devonta Smith, you know what I mean? But
we've got to account for him. Our corner, Bryce Hall, though, is a young guy. I'm really excited about him. He's really been able to do some things. I mean, when we played the Bengals, he was able to really keep clamps on one of the Bengals' best wide receivers. He didn't get much at all for the day. Their big wide receiver, I think, only had 3 catches, 36 yards, and a touchdown. And Bryce Hall, was a big part of stopping that. Our other quarterback position as well, we're dealing with an injury. Brandon Eccles, another young corner. He's out, usually be our number 2. So Isaiah Dunn is going to be the guy over there. I'm a little bit, I want to see what he's going to bring as well. But again, going back to that safety position with Ashton Davis being questionable in coverage this year, we'll see if he kind of ramps it up as the season continues on. We also got another safety who's going to be starting. It's going to be his first time starting for us, which is Elijah Riley, who's going to be out there. So when you got a guy like Smith, you guys also got a Jalen Rigger as well out there. I know you guys got.
Nah, I would say Watkins.
Yeah,
Please don't say Rager. Like, you gave me PTSD the minute you said Rager. Don't say Rager. Throw him out. Do not say Rager. Say Watkins. And just say the freaking our practice squad Hightower. Like, hey, he's still on practice squad, but say his name. Yeah. Do not say Rager right now. It's too soon. Yeah. This dude cost us a Giants game. It's too soon.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got Quez Watkins out there. Thank you. I talked a little bit about the Rigger guy, but all right, but we got those. You guys got some weapons out there, some guys that can really move and catch the football. We also got Michael Carter II as well, which is a young corner that's really been playing extremely well within the slot, the nickel, and being moved around. So I think it's going to be an interesting matchup for us as far as your wide receivers matching up with our secondary. But again, I'm most worried about Smith because of his ability to just catch lightning in a bottle. You sleep, you fall asleep, he gets behind you, and next thing you know, it's 6 every single time. It's a touchdown. So we've got to watch this guy, especially again with Hurts gets outside the pocket and is able to spin and play. Yeah, you lose track of that guy, and it's going to be a touchdown. So we've got to watch it.
Facts. Hey, before I go on, man, aggrandizer wants to see the fireplace real quick. Hey, let me turn the fireplace real quick. Let me understand. All right, here we go. All right, look. So before the season started, right? I know everybody across the NFL, all content creators, hey, they made a record prediction before the season even got started. What was your record prediction? Knowing this roster, knowing your new head coach, what was your record prediction coming into this season?
I honestly thought we would probably only win about 4 or 5 games, to be completely honest. Okay. When you look at where we were at, again, we're a team that's in a rebuild. We tried to start this rebuild a couple years ago, and we had the wrong guy running it, and Mike McCagnon, and we had some horrific coaching along the way as well to continue to ruin the rebuild as well in Todd Bowles. And then we turned around and we made it even worse by hiring Adam Gase. That is the worst head coaching hire in the history of the New York Jets franchise. And I don't care what any Jets fan
said. Dolphins will second you that.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? And I warned people. That was the one guy I wanted nothing to do with in our coaching search. And the second we hired him, I just went on a tirade of telling people that this was one of the biggest mistakes in Jets franchise history, and it turned out to be. Wow. And most Jets fans will tell you that exact same thing. He's the worst coach in our franchise history, completely horrific in the way he handled things. So we're a team that's kind of turning things around. We just got Robert Saleh, Mike LaFleur, Jeff Obridge.
The Eagles wanted him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
By the way, Stella, the Eagles.
He did come to see y'all, and he ended up signing with us. Joe Douglas been brought in,
our guy.
Some years before. So we're trying to turn this roster around. We're trying to get rolling. And a big part to this season was, again, we're a young team. We just got Zach Wilson in the draft, who I think he's been up and down this season, but I think he's finding his way. There's some things that he could work on, and especially like you said as well, matching up with you folks this week, a big point in the matchup this week is, can Zach Wilson play well within the scheme? That's what we need to see. This is a kid that has an unbelievable arm. I mean, his arm is extremely talented. He can chuck the football wherever on the field. But the problem is that he needs to know when to do that. There are teams that have literally played a defensive scheme that tried to bait him into those things, and he's often, took the shots that didn't need to be there and missed on guys that were wide open, check downs coming across the middle, stuff like that. He's got to clean those things up. He's got to be more solid mechanically as well, delivering the football to a lot of players. So that's something I want to see. And again, coming off that knee injury, we saw rust in the Texans game. Now we're hoping that he's shaking the rust off a bit, and that in this game he's going to be able to step up and make a lot of those throws. Because again, our offensive coordinator, Mike LaFleur, ever since we moved him up into that booth, man, he's been phenomenal. The games that he's been calling, the way that he's been able to utilize our offensive players and playmakers has been unbelievable. You look at some of the other things that we have in this matchup.
Is it him or the
Go ahead.
quarterback is it him or the quarterback? Because Zach Wilson was out when he went up into the booth, right?
Yeah. He was originally he was down on the field, and that was mainly because he had to, work with Zach Wilson. But once they went to Mike White, of course, Mike White has been a guy that's been in the league for a second. He said, okay, I don't have to necessarily be down here with you constantly like that. You're not a rookie. We'll let you, go down with these, quarterbacks, coaches, and everything we got down there. I'll move up into the booth so I can see the game from a wider view. That's where he always felt more comfortable.
Yeah.
And the second he went to that booth, the offense kind of lit up. Now, again, some of it before the booth was Mike LaFleur not being able to utilize guys because he was very focused on Zach Wilson. But a lot of it was Zach Wilson as well, making bad throws. You go back, you watch the Jets-Patriots game, the first one, and he threw a lot of interceptions. He threw, a lot of balls where they did not belong, a lot of issues mechanically. He would just kind of get skittish against the rush, just rookie stuff, but making the same constant mistakes is what you don't want to see out of rookies, and he was doing that. So when you look at the season, at this point, and that's again why I predicted I didn't think we'd have like a playoff run or any kind of Super Bowl season or something like that, is because we have so many young players, and we also have a rookie coaching staff as well. We've seen Sulla struggle at times with game management. I just talked about Mike LaFleur too. So all of that kind of inexperience, I knew from coming into the season, it wasn't going to equal, immediately going to the moon as far as winning games. We were going to have to learn things. We were going to have to go through trials and tribulations. But, there's some parts that we're waiting to see, okay, can you come through the fire? And again, that's with Zach Wilson. But there's been, again, some bright spots. Elijah Moore, he's really come on as of late. He's been really good. And this was a guy that before the season we were excited about. We've also had some injuries as well. Michael Carter, who's been phenomenal this season, but he went down. He's going to be down for a little bit. I'm hoping to see that kid come back and do some things, but there's been some bright spots for these young players this season. I'm just looking to see more, and I'm looking to see Zach Wilson kind of turn up and turn things around.
But how do you feel about Zach Wilson? Is he like a Johnny Manziel type of quarterback? So he's here for a couple of weeks, but he got to have everything perfect around him, and he's more showtime than actually, just putting in the work. Or is he the future for the Jets? Could you see him the Jets quarterback 5 years from now?
Well, I think for me, it's just far too early at this point to really know, because again, we've seen flashes of almost greatness. You go back and you watch that Titans game, again, our offense was dead in the first half, but once he got going and really lit things up, it was like, whoa, this kid has really got something. Some of the athletic throws he's able to make, especially again, running outside the pocket, being able to stop and just launch the football down the field and find guys down the field. We've seen him constantly do that. But then again, there's a lot more games where defenses say, okay, we'll just play solid, consistent football. We'll keep everything, clean underneath. And we're going to make you make tough decisions. We're going to make you be unbelievably accurate. We're going to force you to put balls in tight windows. And he struggled with those things. He struggled with decision making. So I think it's far too early to really know if he's going to be a guy that's going to be here for the next 20 or 15 or however many years,
First round pick. First round pick, the first pick in the draft.
He's going through rookie things. We've seen the flashes, but he's gone through rookie things. I think we're going to have to see more and more and more of him out there. Again, he's missed about 4 weeks this season too. So we're going to have to see more out of him before we can really get a more concise idea of what he is. But the talent's there. We see the arm, we see, the athletic ability, but can he turn that into something when utilizing the scheme? Can he play within the scheme? Can he make smart throws? Can he be accurate? Can he get the ball out of his hands quickly? Those are the things that turn a lot of quarterbacks into franchise guys.
Yeah, look, as far as our guy and Jalen Hurts, look, I love Jalen Hurts. I didn't like the pick at the time. I'm not going to tell you. So, oh my God, yes, I love the pick, a second round pick when you just paid your franchise quarterback 4 years, $130-something million. I hated the pick because I feel like that the Eagles should have put weapons around him, either on defense, on offense. I don't care, but not draft a quarterback in Jalen Hurts. But now, fast forward 2 years later, I'm like, yes, I love the pick. I love his mindset. He reminded me of a mini Russell Wilson type. His like his never quit attitude, like the way he talked, like he's never too high, too low. Like he never give himself credit. He always take the blame, regardless if it's his fault or not. You know what I mean? He played in Alabama, a champion. You know what I mean? Like he's a winner. And then he went to Oklahoma, Heisman runner up. So this guy is a winner. So I love Jalen Hurts. My concern is this: is our front office going to keep him around and build around him? You know, just yesterday, some rumors came out that the owner and the GM is split on our quarterback. Come on, like they have to take a toll, especially in the offseason. All you heard was Russell Wilson rumors, Deshaun Watson rumors. He's not the guy. He can't but some way, somehow, he's still focused. He's trying to win the games. He's probably second in rushing as quarterback in the league. You know what I mean? The past 5 weeks, besides last week, he was the number one passing rating quarterback in the league because he's starting to get into the groove. But then you hear this rumor come out because of one loss to the Giants. So all of a sudden, the GM and the owner is split. So I feel like unless you have, it starts from the top. The owner, the GM, they have to be on the same page, and then the coaches, and then it trickles down. If y'all fighting up top, then it will never get fixed. You're gonna be a dysfunctional franchise for years to come.
And you know what's insane? We literally just went through that. We literally just went through that with a general manager in Mike McCagnon and a head coach in Adam Gase. Want to talk about we've had issues here for so long, having a dysfunctional organization because there were so many issues. There were issues just figuring out exactly who people were supposed to report to. You know, at one point we had the head coach and the general manager both reporting to the owner. That does not work. That does not work all the time. And it did not work for us. We saw a lot of issues again going forward. We fired our general manager after we allowed him. We fired Mike McCagnon after we allowed him to have a full draft and sign players in free agency. We then fired him after that because Adam Gase, had talked our owner into it, and they fired him after making decisions that would be crucial going forward. That was the caveat that brought in Joe Douglas, which thank goodness at this point, because Joe Douglas has been able.
Hey, we'll take him back.
Yeah,
you
we'll
can't have him back.
He's been able, to kind of turn things around. But it's so now the front office, the energy surrounding that front office is much different because everybody's on one accord. Now we have structure. There's solidity within our structure, and things are changing. Now again, we're a young team. We're a franchise on a rebuild, and I know a lot of Jets fans want to see things change faster, but we're changing them as quickly as we can with the drafts and the capital and the money that we have again in free agency.
All right. Hey, real quick. Hey, Grandizer, have a question for you. Up to this point, which three Jets rookies have impressed you the most?
Three Jets rookies. So for me, the three Jets rookies that impressed me the most, one is absolutely Michael Carter. Michael Carter offensively, before he went down with that ankle injury, was unbelievable. He was literally our playmaker. He was really making things happen out there as a running back, coming out of the backfield, catching the football, being able to be split out wide. When we handed him the football, he was running hard. That kid was unbelievable this year. He was absolutely unbelievable. The second one is Elijah Moore. Okay, Elijah Moore. Look, this kid fell to us in the second. And I was shocked that the New York Jets took him simply because we have been talking about targeting offensive line so much. Creed Humphrey was there. Tevin Jenkins was there. We all thought that. And I did a live draft, show as well. I was watching along with everybody else. We all thought we were taking offensive linemen. And lo and behold, we get the kid from Ole Miss.
But do you think that was the right pick, though, at the time?
At the time, we were shocked, but it wasn't a bad pick. We didn't hate the pick. We were just like, oh, okay. Because there were other guys that we could utilize, for the offensive line. But we were like, oh, okay, we'll take him. We'll take him. He's again, because we needed weapons as well. And especially with the type of offense that we were running now, we knew that we needed that type of X factor wide receiver, a guy that could just do a lot of different things. And it took him a little bit to kind of get going. The first game, there were some drops, and There were some Jets fans that were all over him, but the more he got out there in the field, the more he lit things up. He just had a 141-yard game, I think like 2 games ago against the Texans. He made some great plays as well. We're really seeing things turn on, but the biggest thing about him was that outpour of support and love from not only his college, but players that are within the league. You hear about guys like, I think A.J. Brown was talking about how great he is. There's other guys as well throughout this league that were not just, privately, but publicly saying, hey, this kid has Hall of Fame kind of talent. And this is from certified guys. This isn't, they don't say that about everybody. And then you hear him speak and you hear him, talk about how humble he is. And he just can't wait to get out there in the field. All he does is practice. He studies. He's just so focused. And then you see it produce on the field. He's been unbelievably impressive this year. And another guy that I absolutely love, okay? And it's not because I'm not a homer. Of course, I love USC, but I'm not a homer. I'm just saying Elijah Vera Tucker, okay, is all right? My guy is absolutely stonewalling people at left guard. This dude is phenomenal. Phenomenal. We're talking Pro Bowl level left guard as a rookie. All right. He's blocking 2 guys. He'll maul you. He'll pick you up, throw you around. He'll finish blocks, push you out of bounds. Wow. He is unbelievably physical. And I told people this. I watch SC. He was phenomenal there. He's phenomenal now. This guy's been amazing as well. Amazing. And again, there's been some young guys in the secondary too that have impressed me. Michael Carter II has been phenomenal for us this year as a corner. But those 3 guys, I think, have impressed me so far so much because of how much they have helped to lift our offense, which has been awful for years.
Okay, hey, before I go, man, shout out to my guy, Long Beach Joe Jet. You know what I mean? If you're not subscribed to the channel, just go ahead, show him this brotherly love, because we own the Jets every 3-4 years we play him. So he might be 80 years old, and he might be 80 to nothing at the time. But go ahead, and he done messed up, folks. He done messed up. He put his call-in show number in the chat. He's saying that win or lose. But hey, his line will be open. And I already told him if the Jets lose to the Eagles, they will be 0-12, by the way. But there's no Jets fan going to be on his line. It's going to be all Eagles, and I'll make sure I'm the first one on that line. So meet me there, and let's get this trolling on after the game, though. Not during the game, but after the game. Let's represent the brotherly love, the city of brotherly love. Let's make them feel the love after we beat that ass. Let's go. After we beat all right. So let's move on, man. All right, so the Jets, there's offense and defense.
Yeah.
All right, and we're gonna get into the offensive weakness and defensive weakness, but what is the weakness on this Jets? Is it offensive side or defensive side? And what would you change just to make this thing boom, just either equal or pop?
Oh man. Well, it's kind of different parts of the season. There's been different, things have been a strength and weakness. Early, our defense was unbelievable. It was phenomenal. And then all of a sudden we ran into this situation, these couple sliding weeks where our defense couldn't stop anything or anyone. Like I said as well, we played, I believe it was after the Bengals game, we were all fired up, and then we play the Colts and get beat 45-30. And it was not that close. They literally stopped playing in the third quarter, and that's how we got 30 points. We gave up 239 yards on the ground. We gave up 172 yards to Jonathan Taylor, the Colts running back, and I think he had most of that by the third quarter. So we've definitely had up and down seasons. At this point, I do kind of think that the defense is playing a little better just based off of the Texans game. Our defense is playing a little bit better at this point than our offense.
But the Texans, though, I mean,
look,
Texans, man. Okay? I mean, you said based off a Texans game. I mean, there's 11 more games you could pick, but you picked up Texans, man. Worse than y'all.
Listen, with Zach Wilson, coming back again, things are a little shaky. We'll see, but I think the weakness for us defensively. It's just a lack of pass rush. I think if we had more of a pass rush again, Carl Lawson getting injured and missing the entire season really hurt this football team because
well,
we
let's go
don't
right
have
there
someone.
then.
Yeah, we don't have someone to consistently get to you. So our lack of pass rush, I think, hurts us defensively. You know, a lot of things would be cleaned up if we actually were able to do that. And I think we've given up so many rushing yards. Our rushing defense is kind of up and down, and we've had a lot of issues there. Now, offensively, I think it's just at times, again, the quarterback play's got to be a bit better. If it was, I think we kind of lack that explosive kind of attack. But I think it's just settling our quarterback play. If our quarterback play was a bit more settled, I think the offense would play better. When Mike White came out there for the game, you know that he did, it was unbelievable. Like, it was, our offense looked completely different. It was concise throws, everything was quick, fast, and things were moving quickly. So I think, you know, again, if Zach Wilson plays better, I think we'll see our offense play a bit better than it was. But another thing that's kind of been up and down as well is our offensive line, particularly our center and right guard position. We started a new right guard, but our center position has been up and down. So our offensive line can be improved as well. And I think we'll see all of those things that I talked about get touched on this offseason, particularly in free agency, and not just in free agency, within the draft as well.
Okay, all right. So, hey, Grandizer again. Which head coach hire was the worst, Adam Gase or Rich Scotty? Rich
Kotite. Yeah,
Kotite.
Yeah, salutes to you, Grandizer. 12 is good to speak with you as well. By far, it was Adam Gase. No, and I'm not just saying that. Listen, I wasn't around for Rich Kotite, and I'm not just saying that just simply because I was around for Adam Gase. I asked older Jets fans, okay, because I speak to tons of different people. And when I would speak to older Jets fans and I would say, listen, Rich Kotite was bad. I saw the film. I've watched some of those older games. Is he worse than Adam Gase? And they would say no, because with Gase, there was no hope. With Gase, you could tell he had no clue of what he was doing at all. And I watched it. I told people before I watched him when he was with the Dolphins, he had no clue of what he was doing. And as long as you kept him around, not only was he a bad coach on the field, but his impact in the locker room was even worse because he would destroy your locker room. A lot of the same issues that the Dolphins had with him, a lot of those players with the Dolphins.
He getting rid of good players too, man.
You remember he completely nuked that football team. He did. There were players going to the media talking about him. There were players going to the front office.
Like Jamal Adams, right? Yeah. Wait, didn't y'all have Jamal Adams?
I was just about to say, we had the exact same thing here. He had problems with wide receivers. He had problems with Quincy Enunwa. He had a problem with one of our offensive linemen. Jamal Adams cited him being one of the reasons why he wanted to be gone, which was Jamal utilized that. I'm pretty sure he didn't like Adam Gase because he didn't want to be here and lose him. But Jamal was a head case anyway. And I talked to people for years about getting rid of him, and I'm glad that we did, and we got capital back for him. That was the right move, and I told people for years that he needed to go. But that was one of the issues. So, yeah, Adam Gase by far was a worse head coach hire because it sent this entire franchise into a tailspin because it ruined our rebuild. It ruined our quarterback, Sam Darnold. His coaching was horrific. He completely ruined Sam Darnold's chances of ever figuring out whether he could be good here or not. And
but Sam Darnold went to the Panthers, right? And I don't know. I mean,
he's been up and down there.
I would say a Tannehill. You know, Adam Gase got rid of a Tannehill, but so far with old boy Darnold, I don't know, man. Moved on. It's still bad.
Yeah, there hasn't been a quarterback under Adam Gase that has had success outside of Peyton Manning. Again, we all know that Peyton Manning literally ran his own offense and was great before Adam Gase ever showed up. So. Adam Gase by far is the worst hire. I was screaming for us to fire him after the first year, and we didn't, and that costed us as well.
So Elijah Moore, he's your slot guy.
He's moved around. They do move him in the slot. They move him, like I said, they move him all around the place. There's times when he's in that second spot. There's times when he's in the slot spot. There's times when he comes out the backfield. He does it all. He really does it all.
Yeah, because Richie was like Avonte Maddox on Elijah Moore. Avonte Maddox only played the nickel. You know what I mean? He's only played the slot. So I mean, I'm just wondering who he's gonna be matched up against.
Well, so, I mean, you could see if Maddox is your guy. You could see him if he's clearly just solely in the slot and that's it. I think he'll see a lot of Jamison Crowder, and that's a guy I think a lot of people are sleeping on and are thinking. I've spoken with a lot of Eagles fans that are just like, hey, it's okay with James. Jamison Crowder is still a playmaker in this league, and he's a guy that we find early and often. If he can win those matchups, that's one of the reasons why I'm telling a lot of people, listen, Jamison Crowder is going to be out there. He's healthy. He's going to be running around. If we can find him and Zach Wilson can settle down within the offense and play within the scheme and get the ball out of his hands quick, Jamison Crowder is going to have his chances. He's going to win his matchups. And again, Elijah Moore as well.
Facts.
Some of the things that we've seen, these guys are going to be running out there. He just had 141 yards, a couple weeks ago. This guy is talented. We get the ball in these guys' hands with the scheme that we run. It could be a long day for y'all. I'm just keeping it real. It could be a long day for you.
I mean, look, after the Giants game, look, I'm scared to play another game. Like, for real. Like, I'm not lying. I know I could say, the Eagles are 11-0 and this and that, but at the end of the day, the game is played on the field.
Yeah.
Hey, the Jets right now, what, y'all want 2 in a row, right? Or one, or 2 in a row?
Yeah.
But the Eagles are, y'all better than the Eagles right now because we just lost. So, you know what I mean? So, but any given Sunday.
Yeah.
And the Jets are kind of getting hot at the right time, you know what I mean? But we about to see,
Yeah. Like I said, we're coming off before the Texans, we lost to the Dolphins, but we're coming off that Texans win. And I think that, again, if Zach Wilson plays a bit better, because again, the second half of that game against the Texans, our running game really got going and dominated and really carried us to that victory. But if Zach Wilson could come out, kind of clean out the cobwebs and really get going, I'm telling you, it's going to be something. It's going to be something.
We're about to see right here because this question right here, Jets O-line strength and weakness against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Mm-hmm. So is it a strength or a weakness against you guys?
No. Hey, let's just go with the Jets O-line strength and weakness on that O-line. Where could the Philadelphia Eagles? Because Fletcher Cox is watching right now, right? Yeah. Hargrave is watching this show right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Josh Sweat is like, come on, JC, ask him this question for us so we could explore the weakness on this team. So they want to hear what you've been seeing because we haven't been watching. What have you seen the past 11, 12 games? What is the strength and weakness on this team?
So I think the strength of our team, because again, Mekhi Becton is working to get back, but he's not going to be back. That's our big left tackle. So clearly he's not going to be playing. He's dealing with a dislocated knee. But the strength of this football team, I believe, is the left guard play and kind of still the left side, which is George Fant and Elijah Vera Tucker. The weakness of this football team, or the weakness of the offensive line on the New York Jets, is center and right guard. There's still some issues there. Now, again, we've brought in Louvene Tardif. We brought him in, LDT. He's been in there at right guard, but it's been up and down. And Connor McGovern has struggled since we signed him. Since we signed him, he's been struggling here at center. So if you want to exploit the New York Jets offensive line, it's best that you go between that right guard and center stack there. So again, Hargrove is a guy that I talked about as well.
Hargrave, man. Up the middle.
7 sacks for y'all so far this season, I think.
Yeah, and fixing that. He's been quiet though. Like, I'm honest truth, he got those 6.5 the first 7 weeks.
Yeah,
and he's been just quiet the past 5.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, the best medicine for a football team is playing another bad football team. Hopefully we can get on track. But
listen. I'll tell you what, but that's something that you guys can exploit. If you can get some pressure between that center and right guard spot again with Fletcher Cox there, like you said, you got Hargrave. Josh Sweat is a guy that I think can come out around the outside. I know a lot of fans are just kind of like, he's a guy that can still put some pressure. So you guys got some guys that can get after it and push the pocket. But that center right guard spot, if you guys start breaking that up, and again, with Morgan Moses still dealing with that injury, we saw him come back and play against the Texans, and he gave up some pressures, and he looked like he was not really all together. If he has a day like that as well, still dealing with that leg injury that he's dealing with, then it could even get worse for that right side.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's not even about winning your one-on-one matchup for us on defense. The Philadelphia Eagles, when they play bad quarterbacks or quarterbacks that don't put fear in their heart, they play. Oh my God, they pump their chest out. Send the blitz. Let's go. Like no lie, our 5 wins, and we lost one against Daniel Jones. You know what I mean? But our 5 wins came against Sam Darnold, Jared Goff, Teddy Bridgewater, Trevor Siemian, and Matt Ryan. None of those quarterbacks get rid of the ball under 3 seconds. If you don't get rid of the ball under 3 seconds, 9 times out of 10, the Eagles, maybe not the first series or the second series, but also like, oh my God, he's holding on to the ball. Send in the cavalry, you know what I mean? And now they want to blitz up the A gap. You know, just start being bold because the quarterback do not put fear in them. So that's why we only got 5 wins against bad quarterbacks this year, just bad quarterback play. But then we lost to Tom Brady, the Dak Prescott, the Justin Herbert. You know what I mean? Those guys were like, oh my God, okay. They playing zone. I'm about to pick this apart. They're trying to blitz me, and their corners are playing 10, 15 yards to wide receiver. Come on. But so Zach Wilson, I'm hoping that Jonathan Gannon is not scared of Zach Wilson and say, you know what? This dude's a rookie. Hey, let's go. Hey, if I want to be the defensive coach next year for the Philadelphia Eagles, let's go punish this guy. You know what I mean? Let's go try to show him welcome to the NFL type defense. Hey, I don't care if he faced other teams before. We did the Philadelphia Eagles. We need this win. Let's go play more desperate than the Jets. We need to play more desperate than y'all. I don't care. Next week is our bye. All right. If we win with 6-7, going to the bye with nothing but divisional games left. You know, if we win out with 10-7, who knows what might happen? If we lose this game, it's just like, I'm telling you right now, I don't think the head coach, the defensive coach, the owner, the GM will survive 2 weeks without football because it's nothing going to be fired Howie, fire Nick, fire Jonathan Gannon. So I think that this team is playing with their back against the wall. They're about to play desperation. Like, I don't know how the Jets going to come out and play, but I'm telling you right now, the Eagles are going to come out and play desperation football, regardless of the record. You could throw the record out the window, the 3-8 and the 5-7. They're about to come out there and play desperate because they can't lose no more games. So that's the only reason why I keep joking around and say, yeah, we're going to win, because I know this team. I've been a fan for so long that when their back is against the wall, and then you don't want to hear all week on social media, freaking the radio station all week, the Eagles lost to the Jets, blow up the stadium, do this, do that. You do not want to hear that. So that's the reason why I'm hoping that they feel like me and thinking like me and say, yo, we cannot lose. So we need to put with like our hair's on fire and just go after this guy. So it's no disrespect to the Jets. It's just the fact that we're desperate right now. If we would have won last week, maybe I'll probably say, okay, you know what? I mean, they might be looking towards the bye week. Hey, we might have slipped this one away like we did against the Dolphins a couple of years ago. We lost to the Dolphins when they were bad, like 3-8, whatever, and we lost to them. But then after that, we went on a roll and got into the playoffs. But we lost last week, so now we have no room for error. This is a do or die game.
Yeah. No, and listen, I understand that. But my whole thing, and I think that that's where it comes into ensuring Mike LaFleur, ensuring that Zach Wilson is going to be ready for some of the pressure you guys are going to bring. Yeah. At times, he struggled with that. He struggled with teams that consistently bring the heat. He's just trying to get the ball out of there. But they've got to design a lot of things to ensure that they can get him in rhythm early, get him going, make him feel confident a bit, and then just really start taking advantage of some of the things that you're doing. If you guys are going to blitz us, we got backs that can come out the backfield and catch the football too, guys we can dump it off to, and Ty Johnson, Tevin Coleman. Austin Walter is a guy that stepped in that was called up off the practice squad the second that, Mike Carter got hurt. And he's filled in. He's played pretty solidly as well. So if you guys are going to blitz us and we got to go hot, I'm telling you, there's going to be some plays to be made out there. And again, if you're going to send the house at us, Elijah Moore, Jamison Crowder, listen, those guys are going to be manned up. Then you can't double up everybody and send blitzes and send heat constantly, right? Can't send the kitchen sink. It's going to be one-on-one. So if you're going to do that, just know that we have playmakers out there as well. Corey Davis, fully healthy if he does play. That's a load to bring down if you only got one guy. And Corey Davis is a guy that, again, if he's healthy and he can throw a ball up there and he can catch it, he come down. He's a lot of man to try to tackle, all right? And he'll run right through you. So we got to win our matchups. And I think that, again, I know you guys are going to bring the heat. That's what the Eagles defense historically does. You guys send blitzes. You constantly bring pressure. But we've got to be able to relieve that pressure and give Zach Wilson time to throw the football.
That's going to be the key because, hey, you could have Jerry Ross out there, T.O. out there, anybody out there. If your quarterback don't have the time, it doesn't matter who you have out there. So you are correct. It's all going to depend how do your offensive line hold up against the pressure. If they don't hold up, I don't care who's out there, the ball is not going to get out. That's why I said we blitz against bad teams.
Yep.
And we play scared and play zone, this bend don't break type of stupid defense against good quarterbacks that he respect. So we are about to see, because last week Daniel Jones, in my eyes, is a bad quarterback, and we didn't blitz him. He didn't hit the ground not one time besides the last couple minutes, which was the game was over. They're trying to run out the clock, but we didn't turn him over or anything like that. So I was kind of disappointed. I'm like, look, this is your game right here. Just stay on script, bad quarterback, blitz him, and he shocked the fans. You're like, what? Wait, are we playing Peyton Manning or something? Why aren't you blitzing? He wasn't blitzing. So I'm hoping that because of the heat he received this past week, he come out and say, look, a young quarterback, let's see what he's about. But, hey, so I think you kind of grazed on this already, the Jets' strength and weakness on the defensive line. So what's your strength and weakness on your defensive line?
So our defensive line, I think our strength right now is Quentin Williams is playing pretty well. He's playing on a Pro Bowl level. Inside, I think we're pretty strong, even though, again, we've given up quite a bit of yards running. I think that's, the best thing that we have there. If we can, again, hold of Quentin Williams and the guys we got up there, especially, and it sucks that Rankins is going to leave, going to be out for this game, but, we got Jonathan Marshall in there, so he's going to be playing stout up front. And I think the weakness is just our pass rush. We just don't get enough. We really, really don't. It's too inconsistent. It's far too inconsistent, to really be big time, competing and getting into the playoffs for this league. But again, I think that's something that we're going to continue to address, in free agency and the offseason coming up. And again, with Carl Lawson going down, that really cut us deep.
All right. Okay. All right. So what matchup are you most looking forward to? Who do the Eagles have to stop? I mean, that matchup is like, you know what? I want to see big play slay on this guy. Or what matchup are you looking forward to the most?
For me, I don't know. I would like to say Zach Wilson versus the Eagles defense.
hey, that's good. I'll take it.
That the most, because I really want to see, where Zach Wilson is going to be mentally, and if he's going to be able to go out there and make plays. That's what I want to see. So I would say Zach Wilson versus the Eagles defense first, but the second I want to see Elijah Moore versus whatever corner you guys put out there. Whatever corner is going to be out there in your slot. So, whether it be Maddox or whoever is going to be out there. I think
it's going to be Maddox.
Steven Nelson.
Yeah, he's our outside corner, and then Big Play Slay is our, our two outside corner. But Maddox, he's playing at a Pro Bowl caliber corner this year because the pressure is off of him. I mean, he has help over the top with the safety a lot of times because he had to cover, the Kittle, the Kelsey, you know what I mean? So we played some big tight ends this past season, and he learned from that with the Kittle, with the Kelsey, with the Kyle Pitts, and so far none of those tight ends went over past 50 yards. So I'm hoping with that experience that he could cover whoever wide receiver that was put on the slot because of help over the top. You know what I mean? Like, we don't play a lot of man.
Yeah.
So that's the thing with the Philadelphia Eagles. They don't play a lot of man, but lately they've been trying to depend on the quarterback, switch it up. Zone, man, boom. It confused the young quarterback up because, man, I thought, hey, I had this space open, this zone open, but now they're playing man, so now everybody's locked up. And by the time you realize it, you on your back. You know what I mean? So but if you play a good quarterback, they stick to one thing: zone. But a bad quarterback, they kind of flip. You know what I mean? Just flip it up. So
yeah. So
depends.
Elijah Moore being out there, I want to see who he that's one of the matchups I definitely want to see offensively. I think defensively, it's definitely Bryce Hall versus Dante Smith. Like, if we can't find a way to stop that guy or keep him from just absolutely destroying us, it's going to be an even longer day for us. So that's my one matchup defensively. I'm definitely looking to keep my eye on because, again, I think Bryce Hall is a young ascending corner in this league. And I want to see, again, if he can step up to the challenge of really, knocking off another really good wide receiver in this league.
Well, look, just like I said, the easiest way to stop that matchup is to get to the quarterback. I mean, can y'all get to Jalen Hurts? Just make him be a running quarterback instead of having time back there to, survey their field and, deliver a dime to Devonta Smith. So it's going to be like, I think whoever wins this game is going to dominate the trenches. Mm-hmm. Like, if you could, hold up on the offensive line and give Zach Wilson time with your guys, with your big body wide receivers and Corey Davis and Crowder and Moore. I mean, y'all could do some damage, if y'all could hold up. If not, who knows, we'll see. Yeah. So, hey, 3 keys to victory. So, if the Jets would win this game, they have to do 1, 2, 3 right perfectly, and we are leaving out of there 4-8, I believe.
Yeah. Consistently move the chains, which means finishing drives and ending drives with points. We have to have consistent, concise, solid football play or solid quarterback play, no turnovers, and just playing solid defensively, not just giving up a bunch of yards running and stuff like that. I think those are the kind of the 3 keys to victory for us.
Okay. Hey, the Philadelphia Eagles, look, first of all, dominate in the trenches, offense and defense. You have to take control of this game from the minute that gun goes off to the minute boom, 0-0, the 0-0 is on the clock. You have to dominate the trenches. Number 2, are we going to stick to what's been working for us? The running game. Stick to the running game. I don't care if Jalen Hurts have 0 completions, 0 for 0. I don't care. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, why are you trying to go away from it? If for stats, for what? I don't care. You know what I mean? But I have a feeling if the running game start going, that's when our offensive play open up a little bit. Goddard open up the middle. Goddard is a big key in this game. I believe Goddard is going to be a big key. Yeah. We didn't use them last week at all. So Goddard is a big key. And then the third point for me is this. Hey, Jalen Hurts, look, I know you played bad last week. I know you hurting. Are you going to try to play hero ball, or are you going to take what the defense give you? Like, are you going to just stay in the pocket and say, look, my ankle is hurting. Hey, I'm just going to, the defense, my offensive line is giving me time. Let me throw this ball. Or you're going to be impatient and just try to run and further hurt your ankle. You know what I mean? So, look, I need them to be patient, win the trenches, and the running game. So let's go to this score prediction, my guy, and who wins. Here we go. We finally arrived to the moment of truth. Let's see what you gotta say.
Okay. So my final score prediction for the game, Jets Eagles. I am taking the New York Jets to beat the Philadelphia Eagles 24-20. 24-20. I'm taking the New York Jets.
Wow, look, I can't be mad at you, man. I can't say, what? Are you crazy? The Jets are horrible, Hey, we're 2 games. We're 2 games ahead of y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, I think that we have to the better roster, the better talent. You know, I mean, the more calm situation. But hey, we lost to the Giants. We lost to some teams that we thought that we was going to go in there and beat. So look, I think that hey, just based on the history of this game, I know y'all mad. I know y'all mad. I know y'all want to go on 12. So I'm going to say that, and let me give you a fact right here real quick. The Philadelphia Eagles have not won a game yet if they don't score 30 points. So all 5 wins, we put up 30. So the Philadelphia Eagles will put up 30 points. The Jets will put up 17. So 30 to 17. You know why? Because once we get a lead, I think that we're going to pin our ears back and go after Zach Wilson. So that's the only reason why I say it. But I don't know how long it's going to take to get to 30. But I feel like once we start just getting a lead, a 10-point nothing or a 10-3 game, and then boom, a 13-3 game, and then, you know, and then we're going to start pinning our ears back and go after young Zach Wilson and go into the bye 6-7, losing record, but with a chance. You tell me we got a chance to sneak in there? We gonna go for it. We got a chance. You know what I mean? But look, man. Look, I know you gotta go, man. I appreciate you coming on this show, man. And this was a blast for me, man. You know what I mean? Hey, it seemed like that. Hey, we met before. You know, we homeboys just chilling at a bar talking trash, even though my team's better than yours. It is what it is, you know what I mean? But hey, yo, this was
just a little subtle shot, you know. A little subtle shot.
On the way out, get out of here. 0-12, you know. It is what it is.
0-12. Here we go with the history lesson. That's the past. I mean, that's the past. 0-11. Oh, that's all the past.
Man.
It's not today. You know, we'll see Sunday.
Man, the thing is this: we play every 4 years, I believe.
I think something like that. Yeah.
0-12 is like about 50 years. I think it is. It gotta be. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. 1, 2, oh man, I can't even count that long, man. At least 40 years of losing, man. It's somewhere. So I'm hoping. I'm pleased. Hey, look. I'm sorry. Eagles just win by a point. I don't care. We need to win. Regardless, we just need to win. But anyway, hit up my guy down there. Once again, just tell them what do you do, where they could find you at. And I already got your number up there, and they already tried calling you. And it's Friday. Yo, look, we got people calling you already, and it's Friday night. Could you imagine Sunday?
Yeah, okay.
Man.
And again, I'll be live Sunday again. You know, he's put my link there and my link tree as well. Please, you know, if you could put the link tree, I'll put my link tree in the comments as well too. That has all of my YouTube pages. Again, Long Beach Joe Jets. That's the YouTube. I will be live Sunday. We'll be doing a live game reaction. We'll be doing a live radio show. Again, after that, the number to the radio show is 515-602-9639. 515-602-9639. Call in. Again, it will be ran directly after the game goes off. We'll get that
live. Hey, Joe, you there? Oh, crap, you ain't there. It's already started.
That live radio show. I'm also on Twitter as well at YoungJ000. Again, it's YoungJ000. It's my personal page. Hit me up. Follow me. I'll follow you right back. I love going back and forth with Jets fans and Eagles fans, anyone, that wants to talk to me about football. I'm all about it. So go ahead and follow me. My show's page as well is The Long Beach Joe, at The Long Beach Joe. Go ahead and follow that. You can, see all my content over there as well. And I'll go back and forth with you on there as well. I'm also on Facebook as well at Long Beach Joe. It's Long Beach Joe on Facebook. You can catch all of my content on there as well. And I go back and forth with everybody. Really enjoy, touching bases with all kinds of different fan bases and, talking all about the Jets. It's all green over here. That's what it's all about. So, and again, I want to thank you, JC, for having me on your platform and allowing me to connect with you, man. You're a good dude, bro.
Hey, man, look. Hey, the brotherly love, man. The city of brotherly love, man. We welcome all, man. We
Yeah.
welcome all. You know why?
Mhm.
Because once we start whooping everybody's ass, yo,
Mhm.
look, I want you to come hit me up and say, you know what, JC, you was right, man. You know what?
Yeah.
My bad, man. My
Mhm.
bad for, but it is what it is. Look, hey, even old granddad's got 1-800 call Jet. Yo, yeah, hey, we are coming for you on Sunday, man.
I'll be there.
What the game is that one? So about 4, 5, 4:10. You about to
No, it's literally right after. I would say maybe 5 minutes after the game, we start live. And again, when you watch the live show, I'll roll straight into the radio show, and it's the same place. And we'll start, and we take live calls. You'll hear it and everything. So, yeah, come on and join.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, I appreciate you. And once again, if you're not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for, man? Just subscribe to my channel. I do play-by-play every Sunday for the Eagle fans that can't get the game at all. I know how it is. The Jets game would not be on TV. The Jets and Eagles game would not be on TV, but your boy gonna bring the game to you play by play. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that like button to share it with other Eagle fans and haters. We don't care. As long as they see it, they're gonna come in and talk their smack, troll me. I could take the heat. I talk smack, but I'm right here. I was losing to the Cowboys 30-10, and I was like this. What you gonna do? Hey, y'all ain't gonna win the Super Bowl. I don't care. I bet y'all beating us. Y'all not winning the Super Bowl, but it is what it is. I take it. I dish it. It is what it is. But as always, man, go Birds, beat the Jets.